What happens to the density of a material when you cut it up into smaller pieces? Does it become less? Does it stay the same? Does it become more? Does it not matter? In this gizmo, that's what we're going to learn about. So I am going to walk through the process one more time of making a copy and changing the permissions. And from here on out, you're going to need to go to the virtual skills module to learn this process if you don't have it down yet. So here you go. You're going to click on the link. When you click on the link, up comes document. This is a document that you cannot write on. Hey, if this does not come up, you're not in your Gmail. So once it comes up, you're going to choose File, make a copy. You're going to change the name of it. I'm going to call mine Block 2. You should call yours your name, and then you're going to put it into your correct folder. So my folder, I'm going to hit back here and go to my 2020-21 folder. And then this was Block 2. And then down below this, you can't see it, there's a button for select. And now it's going to save this document into my Block 2 folder. Hit OK. When that happens, a new one opens. Make sure you go back and get rid of the original. Hey, now my new one is open. I need to change the permissions and submit it. You're going to go over here to share. When it comes up, you're going to click on the change permissions to anyone with the link in view. Once it's done that, I hit copy link, and then I go back to the assignment, choose submit, and paste that into the URL. Now you do that before you even start the assignment. All right? So this gizmo is going to really go through some things. Density is going to be mass divided by volume, which we should have talked about by now. Okay? And you're going to find out what happens when you tear a material up into smaller pieces. Does the density get bigger? Does it get smaller, like I said before? Okay? So this is the gizmo, and the gizmo is going to walk through you through these directions. Okay? This first part you can complete without me. Okay? These are what you think. Okay? So read these questions and answer what you think on those. And then make sure you remember that you always follow the setup directions here. Okay? And this one's going to ask you to grab the material and set it in the water. Remember, we talked about the density of a material. If the density of water is 1, this must be a density less than 1. And because it's floating so high, I can assume that it is much less than 1. If I put it in there and it stayed down here and it sunk really fast, its density must be greater than 1. If it sinks really slow, its density is greater than 1 but still closer to 1. If I could take it and set it right in the middle and let go of it, it hovers right there, then its density must be exactly equal to that of the water. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to put it in here, and it should float or sink. That should give you some clues. And then you put it on here. There's the mass and there's the volume. If you want to find the density, you're going to divide 7.28 divided by 36.4, and that will give you your density in grams per centimeters cubed. And then you're going to slice up this material into different slices, and everybody's may be different. And you're going to test the material. Put it on here, calculate the density. And choose another one. You check and see if it floats like it does. Put it on here, calculate the density. And there are other materials in here, and your final part will be to calculate the densities of these two unknowns. Okay, we're going to work through this first part together. Hey, remember about the density, and you have a calculator on your computer, so you can do these calculations. We'll work through activity A together, and then it will be your job to wrap up activity B. Don't forget, when you finish a gizmo, there's always some sort of follow-up, and that will be available to you in Canvas after we talk about Gizmo.